Rape is one of the most sensitive and critical issues in South Africa, actually worldwide. We find that statistics show that at least one woman is raped a day. But however, we find that we only focus on the victims and not the accused. Most women these days tend to fabricate or lie about being raped, and we have seen that it has an impact, a negative impact on the men. It affects their lives in a very negative way, where some are even expelled from schools, some are fired from work for something that they never did. In a worst scenario, you find that a person can spend up to 13 years in jail for something they did not do. Let's take a look at this issue and see what people have to say.
Oh, okay. When I think of a rape, the moment rape is mentioned, I think of the victim. I think what must be the victim going through, be it a girl or be it a boy. Because a rape may happen just one time, but it has long-term effects. And I think of, let's say it's a student, what is it going to happen? What effects is it going to have on their studies and everything?
What comes to my mind when I think or hear the word rape is I feel sorry for the particular lady that's the victim. That's not to say that men don't get raped as well, but obviously the first thought that I get is that it's a lady who's the victim. So for me it just feels sad. It's very sad that that's what these ladies have to go through. So I find it really sad that our ladies have to not feel safe in their own environment, in their own neighborhoods. So yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Honestly, I never really think about the accused. It's always the case of thinking about the victim, how he or she feels. But there was a time a very good friend of mine was accused in a rape case, and he didn't take it well at all. He even got expelled from school, and then he started drinking. He was using drugs and everything. It literally ruined his life. And even though he was reinstated back to school, things were just never the same in his life. So I think it does affect. It does have a very bad impact in their lives as well.
Well, in terms of the accused, that's something that honestly I haven't really thought about. But say now, if I were to put myself in those shoes, I'd feel accused, I'd feel blamed, I'd feel alone to some extent, because I think that separates you from society. A lot of people, a lot of friends, a lot of family, they might not actually see you the same way as they used to. I mean, I'd be thinking, what about my job? What about my career that I'm thinking of pursuing? So those sort of things would really play a lot in my mind. And I think as the accused and as someone who hasn't actually done that, you feel alone, you feel rejected by the world. So yeah, I think that's basically how an accused would feel.
First of all, women are not supposed to lie about such things, because rape is a very serious matter. And I think that a criminal action should be taken against them, because it is a criminal act as it involves the lives of other people. And the other thing is just a waste of state resources, and I think they should be held accountable for that.
Falsely accusing someone of raping you, to be honest, it happens a lot. So I think as much as we criticize men for how they treat our beautiful ladies, I think it's vitally important that we understand that sometimes it's the other way around, where the lady accuses a man of raping her, and that's actually not the case. So I think just as much, okay, a rape in South Africa, you get 3 to 8 years sentencing. That's if there are no, say, physical injuries in terms of violating and hitting the person. So if there are none of those, it's normally 3 to 8. So I think the fair thing to do, you'd actually want to keep with the law. So maybe reverse the decision. So sentence the lady or the one who's falsely accused the other one of rape to the same amount of time that the accused would have faced. I don't know if that makes sense.